Hello, thank you for clicking on this video. Today is something very special. This is, or rather was, a toilet paper blaster's skid shot, which the original I will probably put up in the thumbnail because I do not edit these. Sorry about that. Yeah, it would take me like 5 minutes, but I'm really specific. It's hard to explain. I just really don't like doing certain things when I don't have to. So instead, I'll put it in the thumbnail. And so yeah, this will be just a simple, just telling you how to do this. First of all, you might you might want a toilet paper blaster skid shot because you can't modify it if you don't have it. So yeah. Bad joke aside, here's how you do this. So there are 6 screws in this. This is where the plunger tube's gonna be. Actually, first of all, I should explain how this thing works. So originally, this was a bolt action. So you'd lift a bolt up, pull it back, push it forward, and put it back down, and you would fire it. And it shot wet toilet paper, which was awesome. I used to have one of these, but I foolishly let the neighbor kids use it a long time ago, and they broke it. I was so sad. Because it was so fun. If you prime it, it feels like it's a geared prime. Which, if you didn't know, a geared prime is a prime that uses gears to make it easier. So it's going to be a longer draw than the plunger is actually going back. Just to distribute the weight of the draw. And that's why the Ultra Ferro, which I love immensely, I've converted it to short darts, and it is my current primary, or it was my last primary. I might try some new stuff, but this is not a gear prime. It feels like it, and that's because it is using gears, but for something else. There's a pusher in there, which the reason why this thing used to be at such a weird angle is that as you'd feed toilet paper in, the water bottle up here would make it wet, and when you primed it back, a little pusher arm would push the toilet paper into the breach, and then when you push this forward, the pusher would go back, and this would make contact with the toilet paper. When you pull the trigger, it would release the air and fire. So yeah, and there was a little arm that loaded the toilet paper. It used some gears to just pull it in, which is pretty cool. Unfortunately, you have lost all that coolness, but you get more coolness to make up for it. I'm probably gonna call this this SkidSnap because first of all, skid shot, and second of all, it reminds me of a pump snap or a plus bow, which, if you didn't know, those are types of homemade blasters. Plus bows are meant to emulate the 1995 crossbows, and the pump snaps are they're you could call them homemade blasters, but you wouldn't be entirely wrong if you said that they were a really heavy modification of a Maverick, because in a way they kind of are. I think that's kind of funny. It's the best a Maverick will ever be, because the Maverick is terrible. And this is just so cool. I could go on and on about this. I have tried to chronograph it, and it's very hard because I'm using a chrono barrel. Because, actual chronographs are $100, and I do not have $100 right now. And I don't think I will have $100 for a long time. So, or at least $100 to spare. You know what? Just $100, in total. I just don't have $100 at all. And also, I found this at Goodwill. It was one of my best thrifting. It was one of my best Goodwill trips ever. Even though I only got 3 things, this is one of the 3 things. Also, the Glow Show. Would not have picked this up if I hadn't seen Wacom S7's video on it. Actually, I might have done that anyways. Because this shoots Mega. I did a very sloppy conversion into Elite, but it works pretty well. It's got a very long draw because it's a very large plunger tube. And a light, 2 lights actually, that actually work. So that's beautiful. Sorry, I'm talking about other stuff right now, but what really made it one of my best thrifting trips ever, and that's saying a lot because my best one I would say would be the one where I found a Vulcan with the tripod and the belt for $6, and I also found a Sledgefire with all 3 shells for $6. Like, how did the shells stay in there? I don't know. And like the Vulcan battery tray was corroded, but you know, you could just do some wiring or something, or like do some sloppy wiring, or I don't know, or just get another Vulcan and transplant the battery tray, among other stuff. But like that's the coolest stuff I got. But this third blaster that I found just made me giddy with glee. I found the Nerf 2003 N-Strike Unity Power System Titan ASV.1, and I have been wanting one of these for so long because it's awesome. I still gotta fix some stuff in it. I've done a terrible coupler to homemade speed loader mod, but I'll just work on that. But enough about talking about the other stuff. On to the main attraction. Sorry about that. So, this thing, you don't have to worry about dry firing it, I don't think, because the plunger head is padded. And so you will just take out these 6 screws, hack all of this off, you don't need it. I say a lot. I'm sorry. I'm sincerely sorry. And I pause a lot. I'm really sorry about that. Oh man, this video's already like 2 times as long as it needed to be. And so there's the catch system is in this bump here, which works very well with your arm, I think. I really want to make a melee weapon coupler in here, because I feel like this would be great as a melee weapon. I do not have any melee weapons that are suitable for Nerf. Maybe this, but it's pretty hard. Owie! And it's a very strong trigger pull, but you don't notice it when you're firing. The trigger thing goes all the way under here and to the catch where it's disengaged. The end of the spring backing, the end of the plunger tube, is glued on. So I just popped that with my good flathead screwdriver and a hammer. And you don't need to worry about like having to secure it back in with like screws or something or re-gluing it, because, well, this is stopping it, so that it's totally fine. And I just left this part, and it's single screw part. I said again, dang it. Sorry. Just because it helps, it makes it look nicer, and it supports this thing a bit, which would make it look weird, like if it's got this big hole in the front here. I said it again. Oh my, I'm so sorry. This is so weird. Like, I don't say a lot in real life. I'm saying it a lot in these videos for some reason, and I don't know why. That is just comical. Oh, that is just comical. Okay. So, give me a dart. This will do. I just picked one out of the bin. This video is already 10 minutes long. I'm so sorry. This entire video is just gonna be apologies. I dropped it. I dropped me dart. Gimme. Okay, thank you. Thank you, floor. So this is brass. It's shorter than a foot. I don't know how long. I'm gonna get my tape measure. And measure it with this tape. Even though it's not tape. Why do they call it a tape measure? I don't know. It is just a teeny bit over 23 centimeters, or a little bit over 9 inches. I don't know the ideal length. This was just the length that I had, because just because I cut it for something else. I'm gonna need to do some serious self-reflection after this video on my my video recording vocabulary, because this is seriously just getting out of hand. And so I did some PVC or CPVC, I have no idea. It did not say on the tube, and I don't remember because I got it a while ago. I sanded it down to heck, and I don't even think that's a term. I'm gonna make it a term. I don't care. I don't care about your feelings. I'm just kidding, I care about your feelings. I hope you're having a great day, because I am too. And I left this bit here, because that has to, like, catch it. So it just doesn't go, like, all the way back into the plunger tube. Because, yeah, it would go all the way back into the plunger tube. In fact, you can see, I don't know if you can see. Maybe you can? Yeah, you can. You can see the screw on the plunger head, which isn't actually attached to a plunger rod. It's a floating plunger head. It's attached to the plunger padding. So to use this, you are going to take your short dart. You can use full-length darts, but I don't think I will, because I use Adventure Force waffle head darts because they are the superior type of dart. And I don't think anybody will actually say I'm wrong, because anybody who has ever, like, tried out Adventure Force waffle head darts will agree. And that's that, because they're cheaper, they're better, they're just better in every way. And I don't care how many times I have to say that. And so, this was slipping, though, so I used, some out of darts. I was trying to, like, throw it up and catch it, but I dropped it. That's so weird. This entire video is so weird, oh my gosh. It's already 13 minutes long. Thankfully, I'm almost done, though. So you're just gonna slide your dart in, and this, as I was saying, the CPVC, or PVC, or whatever, is, you don't need very much of it. It's just, you probably shouldn't use a lot of it, because it's just gonna interfere with, like, how far forward the plunger head is gonna be able to go. And so, you just put your dart in there. I said again. And, but yeah, I used some out of darts gap filler. It is amazing because it cures in like seconds. It's crazy. And one time I got it on my hand, but I had out of darts uncure, so I was like, okay. Like, and I'm reading it, and I'm like, hey, it says it'll work on the gap filler if it's on my skin. So I'm like, doink, 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 and it works perfectly. Like, it's just, like, the gap filler's just gone. So if you're gonna get gap filler, which you're probably gonna spill it somehow, sometime, get the uncure. For your own sake. And so you're just gonna slide the front end of the barrel into here. Cat. Cat. This is Piper. Oh. Good girl, Piper. Thanks for coming. So you're just going to slide the front end of this barrel here. Push it forward until it clicks. That's the catch. Now it's caught. Of course, that'll be stupid because you're not actually shooting anything. So you're going to prime it, then put this back into here. And this works at this part here works as a guide. You could chop it all the way off though. And now, yeah, it's great. I love this thing. It's amazing. A little shotgun, multiple darts if you want. It's getting the few times I was able to chronograph it well. It got like 150, 155. Cause it's just so good. The darts whiz as they go through the air, which is the same thing the Nexus Pro does. So that's how you know it's good. That's how you know. If you have a skid shot, I highly recommend you do this, unless you really like shooting toilet paper. But you could really just rebarrel it to shoot toilet paper again. Like, it's so easy. This took me hours. But that's just because I was trying to figure out what to do with it. This is easy. This was easy. Like, it would have been easy if I knew this is what I do. But, I had to figure it out. And it's just easy. Why wouldn't you do this? Anyways, thank you for watching. Have a nice day.